Hey, good afternoon, good afternoon, I guess. I'm actually between appointments. It's evening now, it's after 5 o'clock. And I've got another appointment coming up, but before that appointment, I wanted to basically just give you a couple of tips about starting a home business. Things to look for. And it doesn't matter whether it's my business or any other business out there. First of all, let me explain to you my background. And I knew nothing about starting a home business. I didn't know anything about working from home. I was a registered nurse. I went to school and graduated in Wilson Technical Community College in Wilson, North Carolina, which is a small town in the state of North Carolina where I'm originally from. I started working as a registered nurse in the field of oncology, also known as cancer nursing, in a town called Goldsboro, North Carolina. And I enjoyed my job, but I was in debt and I was tired of running the rat race, working, rotating shifts, and I just wanted to get ahead financially. And I was desperate to find a way to make some extra income online. And I looked at everything out there, and I got, things in the mail that I looked into working from home, and I looked at working from home online, and I tried to start traditional businesses. Anything that I could do to produce an additional income, I was trying to do it. And I got really frustrated, and I found a lot of things that didn't work. But for the past 9 years, I found something that worked. I've been doing the same thing, the same business for the past 9 years. I love working with Coastal. It's my primary source of income. It supports my family. It's allowed us to live an incredible lifestyle. I've done over $1 million of income with Coastal. And I want to just share with you some tips for a couple of minutes on what to look for when you're looking for a home business. Because I found plenty of things that didn't work. I've gotten to know a little bit of the inside of the home business industry. I have a lot of friends who have a lot of different types of businesses working from home. And there's some truths and some facts that you need to understand. There's plenty of things out there. A lot of people like to call scams. There are scams out there, but everything's not a scam. But there's plenty of things out there that have some really interesting marketing behind them. And I want you to be able to avoid those traps. And it doesn't matter whether you work with me or not. There's plenty of successful ways to work from home as long as you know what to look for. So a couple of things I'm going to cover right now. You want to make sure. And what I'm going to cover with you is a little out of order maybe from what you're accustomed to. Well, let me just say this. A lot of times people start looking for a product. They want to find the most unique, most incredible, most amazing product on the planet. And that's good, but it shouldn't be your first priority, although it's important to understand what the product is. The second thing, people get caught up with is how big the market is. How many people are in this industry, whether it's weight loss, diet, nutrition, travel, insurance, phone services, wedding planning. It doesn't matter. How big is the industry? How much money is being spent every year? People really get caught up into that. And that's important as well, but that's not the most important. Really, the most important thing that you need to look for, this is the fundamental question. When you're looking at any business online, any way to make extra income, the fundamental question that you need to understand before going forward with anything is how do they cost effectively generate clients for the business. You need to know how you're going to get your clients cost effectively. Meaning, if you make $25 for every new client that you bring on board, what kind of advertising can you do for less than $25 that's going to allow you to consistently bring clients into that new business so that you have profits left over? The second thing you need to look at is how quickly can you bring in those clients. If you can bring one client in a month and spend $12 in advertising, that's good, but that's only a rate of pay of about $12.50 a month, so maybe it's not that good. If you're going to bring in a client on board and you're going to make $500, then okay, that sounds great too. But it might not be so good if it costs you $400 in advertising to produce that client that's going to bring you $500. So the most important thing is to recognize, how does the company or the organization or the team training, how are you taught to get your clients? You need to understand that. Don't fall victim to, oh, we have websites for you, just send people to our websites and then they're going to get started. Then you need to ask more questions. Great. If I'm sending people to the websites, where do I find the people to send to the website? You need to ask questions. You need to make sure that you get very definitive answers on those questions. Because I can tell you from experience, that's the number one question that most, I would say 80% or more, businesses online can't tell you how to do. There's a lot of people that offer training, for example, You start business marketing XYZ product online, which is a great product. A lot of people are spending money in that industry, but how do you get people to find out about your product? Well, there's plenty of people that will take your money online and tell you, we're going to teach you all these advanced advertising techniques. They basically want you to become an advertiser. We're going to teach you how to do affiliate marketing. We're going to teach you how to do pay-per-click advertising. We're going to teach you how to do magazine advertising. And they'll charge you money to be able to learn how to do these advanced marketing techniques. Well, then there's no guarantee that it's actually going to work because they're teaching you a new skill set. You see, when you're learning a new skill set, you have to prove your skill set. So the less you have to learn, the more plug and play the model or the business is, the greater your chance of success. So you want to ask questions, and the number one question you want to ask of any business is, how do I cost effectively get clients? There's other topics that you want to be aware of, and I'll discuss them in another video. For example, you do want to understand what the product is. You want to understand what makes that product unique to other products in the marketplace. You want to understand the compensation of how you're getting paid when you market that product. It needs to be very clear and very simple. You want to make sure you know how to take advantage of that compensation, because sometimes there's ways to take advantage of the compensation that will benefit you in ways that will put you at a disadvantage. So make sure you understand how the compensation works. The other thing that you want to understand is, what sort of system do you have in place? How are they going to teach you to manage your clients? Once you understand how advertising works and how it's cost effective, who's going to help you, who's going to train you, what kind of training is in place, how comprehensive is the training, is there a training program in place, is somebody going to work with you one-on-one, or is someone just going to sell a product to you, sell a business to you, and then never talk to you again? What incentive is there, if this is possible, what incentive is there that this individual is going to continue to work with you? There's always some sort of, there's not always, but sometimes there's some sort of incentive in place for someone to keep working with you. You want to make sure that the incentive is high enough that it actually works. And I can go into that in more detail in another video as well. Listen, I want to keep this brief, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you have any questions in email, please shoot me over an email. If you have any questions about working from home or working from home with me, you can definitely give me a call. My number is 1-888-309-5759. That's toll free. It's 1-888-309-5759. Have a great day and God bless.